Hello everybody, welcome back to Mining Modern. I'm Corbin Hostler and this is Blue-White Tallow-Wisp Spirits. This is actually crazy. Blue-White Spirits that is apparently is a thing now thanks to Curious Obsession from Rivals of Ixalan. Gives a creature +1/+1 and deals damage, you draw a card. And if you didn't attack with a creature that turn, you sacrifice it. But in this deck, we have a bunch of evasive creatures. We have a bunch of hard-to-kill creatures. You're going to get a lot of attacks. And in Tallow-Wisp, nice one to tie it all together. It goes and searches that up out of your deck whenever you cast a Spirit or Arcane spell. And in a Blue-White Spirits deck, as you might have guessed, that's quite a few of our spells. Also, what is with this art? This is a Spirit. Okay, I get that. It looks like some books with some light bulbs on top of them. Like, what is the Spirit here? What's the creature? You can't see me point. It sees me pointing. That doesn't help, right? But what is this? Is this it? Are these, I don't know. Spirits are usually like ghosts or something in Magic. I don't even know what this is. I don't even know what a Tallow-Wisp means. I don't know if that's a word. I don't know if that's something specific to Kamigawa. Kind of cool art, I guess, though. Nice contrasty colors. This is what we do when our opponent is being slow and not here. We talk about the art on Tallow-Wisp. I wasn't playing in Kamigawa block, so I don't really know what it's about. I just know that Tallow-Wisp is one of the few card names in that set I can actually pronounce. Most of those words I've never been exposed to before and have no idea how to pronounce them. All right, our opponents arrive. Grove and Ancient Stirring, so I assume we're up against Tron here. I don't know how great our hand is, or our deck even against Tron. Oh, Eldrazi Temple. So it's a Obligator, I assume here. Eldrazi Obligator. I guess if our opponent leads on Grove, Ancient Stirrings, that's one of the worst starts they could have, so that's something for us. Obviously, we're keeping one land here, but it's one land double vial, so our deck should function fairly smoothly. Path to Exile, also a pretty solid draw here. Obviously, I would love a second land just to open up our options. In fact, I would really like a second land, but Path is nice in case of future Thought-Knot Seer shenanigans or so on. But worst case scenario, we just play another Vial next turn, and we're kind of slow to get set up here, being on the draw and having the one land double Vial start. But once we get rolling, we'll be in an okay position. Oh, and our opponent was even a friendo and gave us a life here. All right, well, they are also just trying to get set up. All right, land off the top, please. All right, we did not do it. However, if I were going to choose a non-land card to draw, that one's not bad. Well, we have lots of value here, lots of good creatures, and theoretically, we're going to be able to play them all at some point. See how things go here, though. Now our opponent does have 5 mana, so if we get Reality Smashed, that's pretty bad for us. I can say that's what's happening, too. All right. Never didn't want to get smashed. I can actually Phantasmal Image this Smasher. That's pretty good. I think I'm going to do that next turn as well. I think that's the plan. We get to play as Mausoleum Wanderer. Well, whether we draw a land or not, at least we have a plan. Phantasmal Image, as it turns out, a very powerful card. And look at that, we even get 2 of them here. So I may as well just run out this first one. So we can pump our other Mausoleum Wanderer. Get on in there. All right, so this is fine. Actually, I think depending on what our opponent has, we're not in the worst of positions. It's also possible that I was just supposed to race. I'm playing this game to trade with Reality Smasher. Maybe I was just supposed to copy Reality Smasher and race, hit in for 7, and put our opponent down to 13. I don't think that's what I'm supposed to do, given that we have a lot of cards in hand and we have 1 land. So, it stands to reason that in a game of resources, we will win out in the long term. But I don't know, maybe not. Let's see what this is. Oh, they're going to attack first. Interesting. Well, that sure looked like an Endbringer. But I'll just path the Endbringer. The beauty of this is, yeah, it has this ability that it goes away if it's targeted, but our opponent has to discard a card to do that. Oh, that's actually not true, because they could just let their spell be countered. It would still kill ours. But it doesn't matter. We are going to trade Reality Smashers here. So now we actually are in an okay spot. Our opponent doesn't have anything in play. If this is just an Endbringer that I'm going to path, that's actually just great for us. Yeah, okay. And we'll path this thing away. Next time we're going to have Spellqueller up. Which, you know, may or may not matter if our opponent just has giant things. While they actually didn't have a land, they don't have any, I don't know this deck list exactly, they don't have any basics. Well, that's value. Another Selfless Spirit? Sure, why not? The question is, do I play Selfless Spirit or do I play Tallow Wisp here? I mean, Selfless Spirit certainly allows us to attack a little faster. I do want a Curious Obsession, though. Although, that said, I have to cast a Spirit to do that, and we're so far away from casting anything that I'm just going to put in this Selfless Spirit here. Alright, so we get a hit in for 4 now, putting us officially in the lead in the damage race. We each have 3 cards in hand, but we're ahead on board. We have Selfless Spirit to protect against, you know, a board wipe of something, if our opponent has something like that. We're out of the Path to Exile, so it is a problem if our opponent has basically specifically another Endbringer. That's pretty horrendous for us, but we'll see. We also have Spellqueller if they go for exactly this. So I can Spellqueller this or Selfless Spirit this. I'm going to Spellqueller this because there's no guarantee playing against an Eldrazi deck that they're actually going to cast spells that we can get with Spellqueller. So, and we have the Selfless Spirit to protect against them actually bolting away our Spellqueller. So this might actually just kind of qualify as a lock here. All right, there's finally a land. In that case, I'm going to go ahead and play the Tallow Wisp off the Vial here. And I see no reason not to just commit to the board between the double Selfless Spirits we're going to have here. And we get to pump our team for quite a bit as well. We're actually going to get in for 6, 8, 10 this turn. And honestly, with this Tallow Wisp trigger, I think I might get the Temporal Isolation. Most cases you want to get the Curious Obsession, obviously, but in this particular situation, if you think about the things we actually are going to care about here, I think it's correct just to get this, because the only way this goes badly for us, Relief, is our opponent somehow either interacts with our board or has something giant, but Temporal Isolation just answers all of that. That said, I don't think they have much of any way getting out of this, and there you go, they know. The one land double Vial keep got there. Alright, Ceremonious Rejections, please, and Settle the Wreckage as well. Now, Blessed Alliance is also an interesting one. Of course, we can only play so much here. Eidolon of Rhetoric we do not need. I'm not actually sure the best ways to board in this. I've obviously never played this deck and certainly never played a matchup like this. I guess I probably don't actually want Blessed Alliance. I do like it, though. It's good against Smasher. I like Bygone Bishop to an extent. We do have a lot of 3-drops, but it's hard to tell if we're the beatdown or not. That's basically what this comes down to. I'm going to get rid of one of the Tallow Wisp. If our opponent boards in a bunch of board wipes, Pyroclasm type stuff, then, sort of we're not the beatdown. They're trying to play the control route, and rather than they think we're the beatdown. And I'm also kind of looking at it like if I can just answer the big Eldrazi, maybe we're the beatdown, but I don't actually know what's correct here. Honestly, I like most of these cards. I liked the image especially in that one. I think I can board out a Captain. And probably on the draw especially a Curious Obsession. I'm not sure exactly how to board here, but like I said, our opponent's going to have board wipes, and Drogskol Captain is not very good against Pyroclasm, though the Pyroclasm will kill the Captain, and then all of our other creatures will die, so It's not great. Here's another one lander, but I don't even on the draw I don't think I can keep this one. If we had an Ether Vial in here, sure, but we do not. Our opponent kept 7. We'll keep this one. This hand is it is worth noting, not very good. I wonder if I want Stony Silence. I mean, I don't think that I do, but was that some nice Scrybug? I scried to the bottom and drew it. Yep. We got Scrybug by MTGO. It's a conspiracy theory. I'm just kidding. Take it easy on me. So maybe it's just actually Eldrazi Tron. I don't. Maybe the Mind Stone's in here too. I mean, I don't want Stony Silence because we have our own Ether Vials, but I would sure. Well, at least that's a spell. I would really like to draw blue mana here. I think it's better just to play this. At least start trying. You know, if we draw, this hand's rough without blue mana. Our opponent can do, ooh, another Eldrazi Temple. This is going to get ugly fast. This is the turn where I would have really liked to play my second Vial and keep up Ceremonious Rejection to counter this Endbringer that's just going to kill us. Yeah, I don't think we really got to play this game. Put up, fight the good fight here, but turn 3 Endbringer is pretty rough. I mean, Rattle Chains is okay against Endbringer, I guess. It protects for a turn. And this is pretty horrendous for us. We needed blue mana, but we bottomed a Plains and drew a Plains, so that's a little rough. Our opponent has a Thought Knots here, huh? I think we're just actually dead. Didn't really have much of a chance in this one. Our opponent's hand was insane. We actually did have answers. If we'd Ceremonious rejected both of these plays, we'd actually be in a pretty reasonable position. As it stands, we're just dead. I mean, we're not going to beat this Endbringer. We just actually have no way out of this. They even get to start drawing cards. That's why, this... You can yell at me for conceding too early if you want. We're not beating that. We have no way of catching up on board. Unless we just somehow draw a bunch of lands and then get to settle the wreckage on them. And yeah, it's just not happening. We didn't have the mana for that. Didn't have the time for that. Now we're going to be on the draw, though. Or rather on the play. And that is much better for us. Maybe we don't want the Bygone Bishop. Maybe I want the Drog Skull to just protect against Endbringers. It is so tempting to board in Stony Silence, but I just think that the Ether Vials are more important to our game plan than the Stony Silence is. Maybe this is bad. I'll give this one a shot. Maybe we're not trying to outgrind them. Maybe we're just trying to out-tempo them. Or we just want to try to set up the... especially now in the play, I think try to set up a double Drog Skull Captain sort of lock with Phantasmal Image or Captains or so on here. Well, I don't know. I feel like we did all right in game 1, but that was a beatdown. I didn't even have a chance in that one. I say that. I guess we did. We did not draw a blue source in the first 3 turns. If we had, we actually would have been fine. I guess 2 turns. Technically 3 cards, but we bottomed a land and drew a land, so... Alright. 3rd 1-land hand in a row. Alright, well, this is probably about as good as it's going to get. I'm going to keep that. I would love for there to be a card on top that I want, so we don't have to scry to the bottom and then draw it. I guess I want that. I mean, I kind of don't, but... I'm going to bottom it. We'll find lands, probably. If we don't find lands, it means we're either drawing lands to get to the Settle the Wreckage later, or we're drawing things we can cast. In either way, that's fine. I don't think we need to keep a land on top and then risk flooding out. I wonder why this is this grayed out? I don't understand. Whatever. All right, there's an Urza land. Our opponent mulliganed as well, so that's a start. Okay, I would like to yes to this. All right, we drew a path. That's not bad. We're not getting Thought Knotted or anything we care about here, so I should be able to put this into play tapped. We can violin the Mausoleum Wanderer at the instep, and then hopefully just draw a land and can play the Drogskol Captain. But if we don't, that's okay too. If we draw another 3-drop, that's not ideal for us, but... Alright, looks like they have a 2-drop. They have a Talisman. Okay. Well, this game, we have some good stuff going for us, and we'll see what we're able to do here. We're also fine if we obviously draw a Ceremonious Rejection. All right, there's the land. So I'm just going to go ahead and shock it in. Play the Drogskol Captain. Yeah, I am feeling pretty good about my decision to bottom that Hallowed Fountain. So, as you can see, drawing lands worked out for us, but I'd hate to have that 4th land and then every land after it, it's bad. Right now, anything we draw on the deck outside of Aether Vial is a good draw for us. Really like draw Curious Obsession. But we have our double white, we have double blue, we have everything we need, I think. That said, our opponent has 1, 2, 3, 4 mana right now. They could go 5, 6, and we're actually best. Actually, we're probably fine against Reality Smasher or Endbringer. What we don't want them to have is sort of the lower cost card. Is the I don't want my opponent to show me Thought Knots here. And they're not going to. There's going to be an Endbringer. Okay. I think I'm going to plus this. Because if we draw a 2-drop, we can play it and still have path. Like that. And it's going to be decision time for us here, how we want to deal with this Endbringer. To be honest, I'm kind of... I'm honestly kind of tempted to let them have it. I don't want to give them colored... Well, they have colored mana, but... I mean, what are they going to do? They can't kill our Drogskol Captain with it. They can't even target our other creatures with it. If they spend their mana to draw a card, which, to be fair, is absolutely a thing. They can tap one of these lands and draw a card. Or make, yeah, I guess our Drogskol Captain not attack or block, but... On the other hand, do we care about anything else they're going to play in this scenario? You know, they have mana? They have 6 mana already, so pathing it, giving them 7th one, I don't think matters, unless it's, it's a World Breaker or something, that I'm just absolutely not expecting. And on the other hand, I don't really want to take 5 damage. I would just end up doing it on their turn anyways. And there's value in doing it on their turn. That's certainly true as well. I'm not going to mess around. I'm going to get rid of it. We'll see if that ends up being the correct decision or not. I don't want to take 5. I'd be doing it in combat, which is basically the best scenario, is that they just attack with this. And then we get to... Oh, they don't have any basics. I remember this from game 1. Hey, whatever. It's just Swords of... It's not even Swords of Plowshares. It's just Exile. Dispatch with Metalcraft. Gotcha. All right, well, this is pretty reasonable for us. We have board wipe protection with a Selfless Spirit here. They have a Nature's Claim I just don't care about. They even gave us 4 life. They waste their mana. And gosh, they took a damage to do that. It's just not good for them. If we draw land, we get to settle the wreckage, whatever they do. They don't have Tron. They do have Reality Smasher. I don't care about Reality Smasher. They just gave us 4 life with Nature's Claim. It's so many turns before we're dead to that thing. Well, that's not exactly a good draw, but whatever. I'm going to keep it in hand, though, because we don't need it, right? We have lethal next turn. Even if they have a board wipe, we can protect with Selfless Spirit, so have lethal. This gives us something to discard to path if we do need to target Reality Smasher. I think this might do it, though. I'm not sure what our opponent would need. they don't have it. There you go. Spirits taking it down against Eldrazi Tron. That was quite a match, actually. They just steamrolled us in game 2, but that game was a little more reasonable. The Nature's Claims against Ether Vials, not really a fan of that strategy. I mean, I even almost brought in my own Artifact Hate and might have taken out my Ether Vials. But there you go. Just the beatdown and a little bit of interaction works. It's just a lot of... That opponent might be sitting on, you know, Pyroclasm or Anger of the Gods over there, but Selfless Spirit shuts it down. Spirits taking down the match. Thanks for watching, everybody.